Let's take a walk down memory lane. Back in December, Pelosi rejects stock trading ban for members of Congress. We are a free market economy. They should be able to participate in that. Everyone, when they started diving into it, they're like, and it wasn't really the vibe that people, I guess, like felt the most comfortable with. In fact, I would say the most reasonable way I could put it, as soon as they heard this and started diving into like, hang on, you have kind of like access to super important information. Should you be able to trade on that? So very quickly, everyone had more of a vibe along these lines. Here, let me just put that. Let's make it a little bit better. That's very much. Everyone, they weren't feeling good about it. But she stuck to it because not her family, particularly her husband, makes a killing in the market. I think she was the 6th best performing family in Congress past year, according to the report from Unusual Whales. Well, it all started there. They asked her and she's like, no, free market economy. And then let's just stick with me. Then she realized that people hated her and people like her for it. 2/3 of Americans report banning lawmakers from trading stocks. They support the ban. And then that number jumps up to 73, 75% when they were further explained what this actually means. So like the bottom number is 2/3. Okay, so we went from this December, Pelosi's like, no, we're trading. Then they get the polls, and this was mid-January, and they're like, actually, we kind of hate you for it. Well, then it turned into this. Well, Nancy Pelosi, right after that, a couple days after, 8 days after, she was saying, I'm rerunning for office, and I want to get that office. Well, that brings us to now. Pelosi is working on banning stocks trading by lawmakers, according to this report, and we're going to be getting into that, which obviously, for very, very good reason, is once again making people think that this is absolutely 100% a circus. And it is a circus. You're not wrong in feeling that way. You are 100% right in feeling that way. If this is over 2 months, no, I want to trade. Oh, wait, the voters, the constituents don't like it. I am rerunning. Time for me to actually ban that. This is crazy. And this is what's so goddamn frustrating about politics is you don't actually know what they think. Like whatsoever. These people are all freaking clowns and they're doing whatever they can to pander to get your vote. You don't know what they're actually thinking. They look at it as a game. Okay, this is what the poll tells me I should or shouldn't like. You have no idea what's actually in their minds. You have no idea what's actually in their hearts. And in this very particular case, you know Pelosi wants to trade. You know Pelosi, she wants her husband to be able to trade. They're just doing this to like ideally in them like, oh, I guess we should try to be on the right side of history. Let's get a little bit more to the details. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is working on banning stock trading by lawmakers and senior congressional staff. Pelosi and House Democrat leaders want to amend the Stock Act, a 2012 law designed to combat insider trading by requiring timely disclosure of stock transactions, among others. The exact scope of the ban is under discussion. That's what I really want to dive into on this. So check out Punchbowl News. I found out about it today. Shout out to Dave Lauer. If you don't know who Dave Lauer is, follow him on Twitter. Huge, amazing, great insights and support for this community. You can always learn a thing or two from reading any of his tweets, but definitely check out Dave Lauer. His Twitter is @DLauer. Anyway, the House Democratic leadership intends to amend the Stock Act, the 2020 law governing House members to disclose the purchase or sale of stocks, to eliminate the trading of individual stocks by members of Congress. It's very easy. Just ban it, ban it, ban it. But when you say that, okay, there are serious things that have to be considered. What counts as trading? Would a lawmaker be able to hold on to stocks that he or she owned before coming to Congress? Would they just be banned from trading these stocks while in Congress? That's a very fair question. Are we saying you have to come in and sell everything? And as you're about to see, the very next one, if that is true, do you pay capital gains? Like, how's that work? The executive branch allows a waiver or deferral on capital gains tax while incoming employees sell stock before coming into an administration. Congress will have to decide whether it will do the same for lawmakers, but if a wealthy candidate wins a seat in Congress and is forced to sell off stocks and other equity positions to comply with new restrictions, an exemption from capital gains taxes could be a massive financial boon. Right there. It's easy to say ban them, but you have to understand the can of worms that it opens. And these are all very fair questions that should be asked, and they should obviously be deliberated upon. Next thing is family members. Right now, Matt, Nancy Pelosi isn't the one trading. I know. I've read the reports. I fully understand it's her husband. So in this case, Should the husband still be able to trade? Shouldn't he? All right. Are we talking about kids? If the kid's over 18, I mean, we know as family members, especially immediate family members, they talk. Are they sharing that type of information? What is or isn't above board? This is all stuff that needs to be figured out a little bit more. Furthermore, what if they marry? All right. If you get married while in office and they own stock, what if they're a trader? This is all stuff that needs to be considered. Would lawmakers have to sell their shares in family-owned companies? What about in cryptocurrencies, commodities? My point in bringing all this up is that this is all stuff that obviously needs to be considered. These are all very fair questions. And my biggest fear in all of this is that because people want to get reelected right away, whatever's put in front of them, they are going to vote yes. They're going to be like, yep, you can't trade. And they're really, really focusing on individual stocks. I'm telling you, folks, don't let them get away with this. You might be like, wait, what, Matt? Are you saying that they're like, I thought we wanted to ban stock trading. Listen to what they're doing. These people, half of them are probably lawyers, and they're focusing on individual words. I'm telling you this. They are banning the trading of individual stocks. That's it. Think about it in legalese. I'm not hearing anything about options. If you look at these reports last year, options trading is the type of trading that exploded. Stock trading actually went down. I'm hearing nothing about options trading, and they're trying to focus on individual stocks as if it's like Pepsi or Pfizer or something like that. We know that the Federal Reserve members, they were just going between the overall market and bonds in a very timely, shrewd manner, and they were basically switching from bonds to the overall market before announcing one of the most insane, crazy, historic policies of quantitative easing ever. Folks, this is what you cannot let them get away with. This is the bullshit that they play. They're doing it for votes. None of them actually give a fuck. And this is the workaround. The workaround right now, if this goes through, even if they deliberate upon all these individual things, the workaround is, oh, we said no on stocks. We're still trading options. Well, okay, it was my husband, maybe not my husband. It was my cousin or something like this, or it was my partner, but we're not married, so he's actually not going to be impacted by these rules. This is a very messy situation, and I'm already seeing ways in which my stupid brain at 27 is already seeing the workarounds. If I could see the workarounds at 27 and I'm already not a storied political career person, they already probably have 10x the amount of workarounds. I'm telling you, you gotta watch this very, very closely because they're already setting up where it sounds good for headlines. Look at me. I voted yes on the stock ban, the stock trading ban. I'm doing it because this is the right thing and this is what my constituents want. I'm telling you, folks, this is not it. The way it's being worded, it's bullshit. And they're feeding it to the entire public as if they're doing something good. And right now they aren't. They are 100% not doing it. I've thought about this a lot, and maybe there's some issues in my plan, but I still think it's far better than what's already being pitched to us. And here's my plan. If I was the politician writing the rule right now, I don't care what type of trading. It could be stock trading, options trading, cryptos trading, futures trading. It doesn't matter. Name the trading, throw it on this list. What I think should be done is one of two things. One, instantaneous reporting. As soon as the trade is executed, it goes to the public. None of this 45-day window stuff and then another 45 days to let us get us on the database where there's theoretically a 90-day window. No, anyone should trade. You and the immediate family members, all trades instantaneously reported, or what I would argue, even better, is you file and then the trade is executed 24 hours later. If you want to buy Tesla now, well, too bad. You fill out the report, it goes public, and then the trade is executed 24 hours later. That would be every member of Congress and also their family members. To me, that's a better workaround. Because, hey, if they want to buy whatever, because right now, there's just too many specifics. They're not talking about options and they're not talking about overall ETFs. It's still, let's just make it more transparent. None of this dog and pony show bullshit of hey, we're trying to help you out. I'm telling you, the workaround is utter transparency, instantaneous reporting. Instantaneous, or better than that, you file, it goes public 24 hours before that, and then right after, as soon as that 24-hour window is up, the trade is executed. To me, that's the workaround. I'm talking futures, crypto, options, stock, everything in the middle, and it applies to all members of Congress, these congressional staffers, and family members. I think that's the real workaround, because I'm already seeing this setup where they're basically going to be duping the public once again, and they're going to be doing it for votes when in reality they're just going to go to trading options on these stocks, or they're going to go to trading ETFs, even though they still have sensitive data that can impact the overall economy and maybe not just an individual company. It's so silly. Do not let them get away with this. I know I'm getting a little bit fired up, and hang on, just because this makes me always feel a little bit better. Hang on. Let me lower my blood sugar. Yeah, I'm the triggered one right now. I should be putting this above my head, when in reality, I was just looking to right there. Ah, man, I already feel better.